Today, we'll talk about rye. Hey guys, welcome back to Mike's Place, and today is going to be a change of pace. I haven't really talked about rye, I don't think, ever. So I thought maybe we should hop into 3 examples of rye from kind of a more traditional to maybe more non-traditional style. So for the first one, we'll go into good old Sabrerac rye from Buffalo Trace. Now, what is a rye? It is a whiskey that's 51% minimum rye, and the rest of the mash bill typically is corn or barley or malted barley or a combination. Some ryes can be 100% rye or 95% rye, and it just depends on what the distiller wants to do. But this one, Sabrerac, being a Buffalo Trace product, means that they do not disclose the mash bill. They keep it hidden. Why? Don't know. But this one's 51% rye probably. It's a low rye mash bill. 39% corn, and the rest of it is malted barley. And the Sabrerac product is sought after, I think, because the bottle's so darn pretty, and because the flavors are very classic and very light-bodied. This one has a bit of spice in the nose. There's a bit of stone fruit, touch of cherry in there, and then on the palate, again, light-bodied. There's that kind of classic herbaceous, kind of minty ryeness to it, but the corn sweetness, I think, is what kind of saves it from being any kind of a, I wouldn't mistake it for a rye in a blind. I know I wouldn't. I would taste it and think, well, it's a whiskey, and it's probably a bourbon whiskey, maybe a high rye bourbon. I wouldn't call it a rye, but it's popular. It's classic in the classic Sabrerac cocktail. So, you know, 30 bucks, 35 bucks, it's a good buy. It's nice stuff. But let's move on to a rye with a little more punch. This one is Old Forester. And Old Forester rye is a 65% rye. And it's got a lot more spice, a lot more kick. It's also 100 proof versus, I think we're at 90 proof on the Sabrerac. So a little more kick. And pour a touch in here. Just a, well, that's not very much. Maybe a bit more. And there's the bottle. You can view that one. I've never seen the 100 proof Old Forester here in Missouri. Across the river, I do see it, but unfortunately nowhere around here. And this one has more of a banana pine flavor to the nose. It's very banana-like, classic Old Forester note. And the palate is sweet with menthol, eucalyptus, that pine hits again. There's a little bit of lemon curd. To me, my palate, not anybody else's, this is a fairly complex pour for what, $23, $24. And it's hard to beat Old Forester 100 proof rye. Do I like it more than the Sabrerac? I do, but I like punchier things, a little higher proof, a little more complexity to it. So Old Forester, classic flavor, delicious. And now for the Wacky Doodle. Recently, a buddy of mine, Jeff, you know who you are, thank you for doing this for me. He picked me up a bottle of seagrass. He was out doing some shopping. He found a great buy in this one in St. Charles. And I said, yeah, $62, pick it up, I'll take it. I do like seagrass, but I hadn't had it in probably almost a year. So I picked it up from Jeff, brought it home, cracked it, and I call this the Wacky Doodle because this guy, first of all, we're talking about a bourbon that's finished in 3 different casks. It's finished in Martinique rum, Madeira, and apricot brandy casks. That's kind of a cool light effect. Look at that. And the proof barrel products are always at cask strength. And I cannot see on this bottle. Oh, we're at 59.92. So almost 120 proof, so that's got some kick to it. What's amazing though about this pour is that you don't taste the proof. It's hidden in all those layers of finishing barrels. God, the nose, the nose is candy. It's grassy. The name seagrass, it kind of puts it in my head that I'm by the ocean. But I smell the apricot. I smell the stone fruit. There's that sweet cane rum smell coming through. That is delightful. Wacky because it's a finished rum in 3 different cask finishes, and much higher proof than the first two, but it's such a unique balanced product because I taste the rum barrel, I taste the brandy barrel, I can taste the Madeira barrel individually in this pour. So I do love seagrass. So guys, there you go, 3 different kinds of rye on Friday. Get it? Yeah, I'm being funny. And have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me, and take care.